I don't know if you guys can tell, but the sun is just, actually it's quite intense, but it's just beautiful. I personally love sun. I think it just energizes me, like it literally solar powers me. I'm looking out at the silhouettes of the mountain ranges, like overlap in distance, and miles of greenery. I'm right in nature, and there's perched medieval village, like I'm in a fairy tale. I'm in paradise. I'm in such a beautiful place. You wouldn't believe, just 3 weeks ago, I was really depressed. I'd just gotten back from this trip to Italy, and I was just super positive, super inspired, and it was all great. And then I get back here and suddenly I just feel like a drop in inspiration, a drop in just like motivation. Also, I just felt sad, like what am I actually doing? What's it all for? What's the reason? But as you see today, I'm feeling so much better. So this is what I want to talk about in this video, is how to kick S.a.d's ass. I feel like I finally cracked the code and got like this program of getting through this seasonal time that could be very joyful and beautiful with family and celebrations, but it could also be really sad and really, really hard for a lot of people. So I want to first like touch on what is S.a.d, C-A-D, or S-A-D. Whoa, we're gonna sip on that. So freaking good. French press coffee with just a dash of cream, like heavy cream. It is just heaven. It's so smooth. So what is S.a.d? It stands for seasonal affective disorder, and it is a form of a mental condition. It affects us internally and biologically. The change in the weather, the change in the time that the sun goes down, that just affects our internal clocks. And so a lot of the symptoms that we have from S.a.d, it creeps up on you. Even if you haven't been diagnosed before with a mental condition, I think it still can affect you in different ways. Sadness, sleepiness, and laziness. And so you need to have a plan. And these are just the things that worked for me to get to this point, and I hope they can help you guys too. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to mention, I always like to start at like the core of things. Everything starts within here, right? I like to call it a mindset shift. And what I do is I like to shift my mind to having a I get to mindset and embracing the coziness of this season, because there's good things and there's bad things about the season. I say the bad thing is feeling lonely and having such short days, but then there's such good things about the season. I love going on these walks and like seeing this beautiful scenery, seeing the colors like really explode, and reflecting on my year, really being able to sit down and think like, oh my God, I did all this stuff this year, and start to kind of like prep yourself for the end of the year. And it's really cathartic and it's nostalgic and it can be a little sad, but this should be a season of gratitude, right? Especially for Americans with Thanksgiving. There's a wonder that it's during the season. Just switching my perspective to cozy and peaceful instead of the negative things, like being lonely. Like I get to be alone. I get to have this time to reflect and to just love on myself. Take a bubble bath, whatever you need, girl. Because what other time do we have, right? Okay. So the second thing that I want to say, socializing. Socializing helps for me, especially because I am an introvert and a proud loner, and I really love my time alone. So this part takes a little extra effort for me, but it's something that has really been the top thing to help me get out of this funk. For now, I'm in a small village in France. You know, I'm here temporarily and I'm getting to know the village people. There's like one little grocery store in town, and there's one little bar in town, one little boulangerie. So I've been seeing these people every day when I'm walking Bella. After a few days, I've been saying, you know, hi, how are you, bonjour. I think surrounding yourself with people is not just socializing and saying hi. It's pouring love and goodness into others, pouring into others what you hope to have. Just yesterday, I went out to walk Bella and I sat on a bench just to look at the beautiful view. And one of the people that I know from the boulangerie came over and offered me an espresso. And we just sat together for like 10 minutes and just talked about our plans for the day and what we did yesterday and just how our week's gonna go. Just the small talk, which I freaking hate. As like a Leo, I hate small talk usually, but it was so healing for me. And when I left, I just felt so much better. Even if I wasn't feeling 100, I felt like I poured a little bit of love into somebody else. Because the thing is, a lot of us are affected by it. And just these little things matter. So socializing.
Hey, baby girl, you cute.
I was going to kind of tidy up a little bit, but we're being honest here, and I have to admit, I just got back from a trip, but throughout the season, it's hard to keep my space not looking like this, I have to say. I think the most important thing is to make a conscious effort to clean up your space, because a clean space equals a clear mind, and I know how hard it is, but every day, I just try to tidy up at least what I've moved, keeps my mind off of the negative thoughts, and I feel good about myself after. Just keep doing little things around the house just because you love yourself and because you deserve to have a clean space. So I'm gonna finish putting up these clothes. I love golden hour. It's the best time of day. So my fourth tip, my fourth way of getting out of my winter blues, shall we say, is, ew! Oh, it lit, oh my gosh. I like to change spaces, right, Bella? Bella likes this one. I know it could be so easy. I'm trying to light this candle. I know it could be so easy to stay in the bedroom, and trust me, I get it, especially if you're working from home, if you're spending a lot of time in your home, but I'm trying to like really make myself keep the bedroom only for sleep. I'm very lucky to have many different spaces in the place that I am right now, and especially ones that have like this little nook here, have good ambiance. I have the light coming in from the window here. I have some plants, and I have this cute little candle that I was trying to light. Some days I genuinely just stay in the house other than to walk this little girl, but if I didn't have her, there would be some days in previous years where I would just stay in the house for a full day or maybe even 2 days, and that's okay too, just as long as, like I said, I get out of the bedroom, use other spaces in the house, switch up the energy. Just being in that bedroom when you already have to be in there when you're sleeping, so you're there for at least 5 hours, 5 to 8 hours. You don't want to spend like your full day there. It can become so easy to like really set into that funk when you're comfortable and warm and it's cozy and you feel safe. But every single time I like make myself get up, sit by the window with Miss Bella. She's always on my lap. She's a lap whore. She's a lap whore, like a Labrador. She's a lap whore. Oh my God. But yeah, make it nice. Get you a place by the window. Get your coffee. Of course, I have my coffee with cream. Light a candle. I have this cute little like spooky candle here. It reminds me of Hocus Pocus. Hey. Okay, so this is my favorite step, and I would even go as far as to say the main catalyst in bringing me out of my funk, and that is my favorite creative outlet, which is writing. I'm usually blog writing, and so I have my laptop, but every now and then I like to pull out my pen and paper because there's truly nothing like pen to paper and the feeling that you get from physically writing something down. I don't know, the girlies that get it. So writing has always been a part of my growth and my healing process. And getting to adulthood, I'm seeing now all these studies of how writing improves your mental health and your mood. And there are like experts and psychologists that assign writing as a part of therapy. If you're not someone that's used to diary writing or just writing your feelings, I would say start by just literally writing anything. Our minds are pretty much just trying to survive. Writing down your thoughts and your feelings, it helps you sort it out. It helps you really make it physical, make it real. And I feel like 99% of the time when you see these things, you look at them with a logical mind and say, well, that's not real, or I can overcome this, or how am I going to work on this? But instead of doing the typical emotional diary writing, I opened my Substack account. Every day it gives me motivation to wake up. Then I started waking up really excited about getting into my Substack newsletter and creating things. And I started to go to sleep with these topics that I'm excited about on my mind and wake up with them on my mind. I'm feeling like I have a purpose. So my advice to you is maybe take this time to kind of explore something that you've always wanted to do, like a new hobby or an old hobby, but join a new platform like I did. Maybe take a class that you've always wanted to take. There are so many platforms for that, like Skillshare and YouTube, free YouTube University. Get creative and be in the state of flow. Find an activity that validates you. Avoid downtime. Let's go. Oh, she always dives off like that. Crazy. Crazy girl. Such a beautiful day outside. Okay, this next one might be the hardest for a lot of people, but exercise is just movement, right? There's so many different types of exercise that you can do. Do what you feel like doing. I have a YouTube playlist. I just named it like favorite workouts, and I save ones that look interesting, ones that I've done and I really enjoy. Sometimes I feel like doing a dance workout. Sometimes I like doing weights. I want to push myself harder some days and do like a HIIT workout. And then sometimes that's Pilates for me. I like to slow it down with Pilates. But honestly, I don't know. I feel like doing a little HIIT workout today. It's really nice outside here. So we're going to do this 30-minute hardest HIIT with weight. I got my coffee here, of course. Whoa! It's no pressure. Like, fitness should not be stressful, and the most important thing is just to move, because when you move, we're releasing those endorphins in our bodies and making us happier, whether we like it or not. I'm gonna do as much as I can. This is a 30-minute one, but I might go closer to around 15 minutes because we're gonna go take her for an hour-long walk. So, oh, and here's another tip that I use. I don't like to hear the instructor sometimes, and I don't like their music. Play your own music and just like watch the instructions. So, I'm a little Paramore. 'Cause I cannot. All right, so meditation. So meditation is something that we've all heard of, I'm sure. I prefer to meditate personally by going on long walks. Walking has always been something that I turn to when I'm not feeling the best. First of all, I try to do my walk somewhere where there's little to no distractions, no street noise, no traffic, and somewhere very like beautiful. It really helps when you're going to walk somewhere that you actually enjoy walking. But if that's just a quiet residential neighborhood around you, then that works as well. There's paths that we've done many times before. We do it like every day. And so I don't have to think about where I'm going. So I can really zone out and focus within. It's almost like I'm on autopilot, like I black out. Next thing you know, I'm like 10,000 steps, 20,000 steps. I walked myself out of my funk. I walked myself through depression. And the thoughts, they flow through, but then eventually it just got quiet. And I just feel like so much weight is off of me. I feel so at peace, so in the present, so meditative. So that is my favorite way, is to go on walks. Now, for this next one, hear me out a little bit. Do your makeup. I know you might think, who gives a shit about how I look? I'm not moving from the bed. I don't feel like going out anywhere. I don't care about how I look. You know, you might be thinking that, but believe me when I say there's some truth to, if you look good, you feel good. Maybe just one day when you're feeling a little bit better, get up, go to your makeup kit, and put on something. Just do your eyebrows, maybe some blush, a little mascara, some concealer. Just make yourself feel good. Even if you don't wear makeup, that's totally fine. Do whatever it takes to make you feel good, whether that's taking a bath or, you know, after you shower, take 15 minutes or something to oil your body. Put on a cute outfit. I've definitely done my makeup and put on a cute outfit, got fully ready and sat on the couch to, I don't know, play with my phone or watch a TV show all day. But it genuinely made me feel better. I think the point of it all is to remind yourself that you care about yourself enough to do these things. So I feel like when I do my makeup, it's not about how I look. It's about the actual act of it. And when I'm doing my makeup, I kind of get like a trigger in my brain, and it kind of instantly takes me to a time where I was getting ready to go out on a date or go out with my friends or go to an event or something. Also, doing makeup for me is creative. And so when I'm doing my makeup, I get this confidence boost from creating art afterwards. So a lot of good things can come from doing your makeup. Don't just look at it as shallow as it sounds. If you look good, you feel good, as the saying goes.
Thank you, booby girl.
Let's talk about diet. Definitely diet is something to be cautious of and pay attention to because it can affect the way you're feeling. But also, I just think that there's nothing that makes me happier now than having the treat. This past year, I've been on an intense self-love and self-healing journey. What I've been doing lately is I've been kind of taking a deep breath, making a conscious decision to have a snack or a comfort food, and really enjoying it, standing on my decision and happily and confidently enjoying it. I find that not only do I not binge or overeat, but I feel in control. I feel confident instead of feeling guilty. And most of all, I feel happy. I think that being here in France has actually really helped with that. It's part of the culture to wake up in the morning and go to the boulangerie, the pâtisserie, and get a baguette or a sweet, a gâteau, a croissant, pain au chocolat, if you will, a tarte. Now I'm getting hungry. But it's part of the culture and it's encouraged in the culture. And as a foreigner, if you question it and like, oh my God, I can't have that. That's not even like, they'll look at you weird. Like, what do you mean you can't have that? And then that kind of makes you think like, well, shit, why can't I? What do I mean I can't have it? I can. One of the things that I really love in this season is either my coffee with cream or I do like this I found this apple spice tea. It's so good. It's so fragrant. When I'm boiling it and steeping it, it fills up the house. Like, oh, and there's that scent, just makes you feel so happy. So yeah. Give yourself what you want, eat what you want. Don't overdo it, but enjoy the things that you put in your body. And I promise you it will improve your mood, because the last thing that you need is to be so strict with yourself and hard on yourself and to be telling yourself, no, you can't have something when you're already feeling low. So that's what I have to say about diet. Pretty girl. So I couldn't complete this video without talking about this little girl here, and how she played a huge part in me feeling better. And I know this isn't accessible for everyone, but if you can, get you a sweet little girl or boy. A pet has been proven many times to help people along with depression. Not only does it literally give you a responsibility to get up and get out of the house for them, for their well-being and their survival, it honestly makes you feel better. It makes you happy to make them happy. And so I know that, you can't just get a pet, but there are definitely ways to be around animals. If you have siblings with pets, go offer to sit for them or to have the pet come to you, or, visit an animal shelter. Adopt. I know that during COVID, a lot of the adoption rates for pets went up. What I'm doing now, I'm a part of this platform, and you can not only get away and go to beautiful destinations and stay there for free, but you also get to have a companion. Come here so they can see you. Now you don't want to be seen. Hi, Miss Pretty Girl. Hey, you want to say something? Okay. In conclusion, I am now 1 month since I was in my deep depression state, and I'm feeling so much better. And it's really crazy because it seems like a night and day experience, which is a lesson that you will get through it. And I'm sure if you've already had depressive episodes, that there is the other side of it. Just remember that these are seasons. I'm not going to be naive and think that I won't have another. I have a long winter ahead of me. With these tools, you can get through it. And it's just about being kind to yourself, slowing down, doing positive things like socializing, moving my body. All of these things, introducing them step by step, day by day, made a world of difference in my mood and my mental health. I feel so much more positive, so much more willing to get up out of bed every day, which is a task in the season. I just know now that for sure you have to work for it. You have to work for it to get out of it. If you just do nothing, then it will stay the same or get worse. And it'll be such a shame to let these beautiful days of your life go to waste. We have so many seasons in our lives, and this is one of them. With different seasons, we get different things. We get lessons, we get stronger. All of them are beautiful, all of them are important, and it would be a shame to wish this one away or sleep it away or be in a slump, because there are beautiful things about the season. There's beautiful things about winter, the holidays. It's a period of transformation, as I like to look at it. It's a period of self-healing, family. So just focus on those things and try out the steps that I mentioned in this video, and you'll be okay. So have a happy holidays, you guys. Have a positive, beautiful season in winter, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Bella, you wanted to pop in every other video. You don't want to say bye? Bye. Oh, the baby girl. High five. Oh yeah, and stay hydrated, for goodness sake.
You don't think about it.